Okay, maybe to go over a few points because I think it's just nice. So you have a duplicate of the card that's about to be signed and you have it hidden somewhere. And you can do this with an incomplete deck, or you can do that with their deck. You can take any card and write whatever prediction you want to write on the back of that card or what have you. Because it will fly completely unnoticed. I mean, unless you had, and it's also from bicycle stock versus B stock or whatever. So it's not quite the same. But if you take the same stock in just a different colored back, it looks perfectly the same. Anyway, knowing this, you have this hidden somewhere, and you take the duplicate, in this case the 3 of diamonds here, and you don't really have to force it. There's no point in forcing it. You just give the cards any shuffle you want to. You don't have to worry about a thing but just leaving the cards on top. Or as Donnie Doherty says, just throw them. It doesn't matter. You just take the top card. It's not the sort of a force sort of thing. It's not a thing. It's just any random card. Okay, any random card, except for that. And then with any random card, you do a couple of, the double lift and, that sort of thing. And it comes back to the top. But really it's not that impressive because the card is in fact not signed. It could, to a lay person, it's a distinct possibility. If you show them this card and you do this sort of thing, I've come up with this, but I've seen Dennis Baer do it as well, and I know he, probably Marlo came up with that long before either one of us. But it's the sort of thing that you just naturally come up with if you play around with whatever, Tenkai Palm. So that comes to the top again. In case you, I'm sure it's an old hat probably, but you just put the card in the center and you steal the bottom card into, what is it called, Tenkai Palm. And you go over the cards, you release this card from Tenkai Palm, and the card comes back to the top. And again, you don't have it signed yet. When you set the cards on the table and you go, that's pretty impressive, blah, 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 and you usually get some applause at this point anyway. But you say, well, I sense some skepticism. The skepticism is, even though this is very fairly done, and you just slip cut it to the center, and now you just do a regular, fucked it up, but anyway, you just do a regular pass, and it comes back to the top. That's still the one that's the same back as the deck can use, but the other one you've passed to around the center, and now it's very easy to just. It's an easy position to do, and if you have it shortened, like scallop short, it's even easier. And you can just do a top card cover pass, and from this top card cover pass position, you hold a break beneath a double, and you have a pen in your pocket or some such. And you say, well, would you sign the card? Here, let me just get a pen. That's the wrong card, sorry, but you see what I'm saying. Should have been this card. So you actually, when you did the top card cover pass, this card became second from the top, and then you say, well, let me just get a pen, and you do an actual double turnover, but with 2 cards back to back, and you do the Tamara spin, and you have your index finger underneath this, so it looks like a single card. You throw this down, they assign this one. Other than that, nothing has changed. This is incredible that this card keeps coming from the center to the top, and you just do whatever comes to mind. One thing I like to do is just a very poor side steal, but it doesn't matter how poor the side steal is, because what they remember is me tapping the cards. I say, cards must be broken or what have you. And then you do it again. This time you use I like to use the Arthur Finley diagonal shift. No, yeah, this one. Where the right hand goes, it goes over, apparently to pull up your sleeve. And then it goes over the cards and pulls up the other sleeve, and you just leave the cards there, but the focus is on both of your sleeves, and by the time they refocus, this card appears out of nowhere, which is very strong. And then you say what they must be thinking. Well, I know what you're thinking. This card came up because you were not focused on it. You did not concentrate. And then you just shoot the card from Tenkai Palm on the top. 1, 2, 3, whatever. I mean, you can do this. 1, 2, 3, and you just establish this rhythm, and then at the end of that rhythm, 3, 1, 2, 3, at the very last beat, that card appears out of nowhere, and all the focus is on top of the deck, which is very nice. It's quite good, really. You can spread out those cards. So what's really special about this card is that it has a different back, or has a prediction or whatnot. And I think it is a fooler. I think it would have fooled you if I didn't have it signed from trying it out myself before. But anyway, that's it. Thank you.